Hello, welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at another Windows 10 mobile episode where we are going to have a look at 3 different games we found on the Windows Store again. And in contrast to the other games or the other last episodes, I even found 3 Continuum Gaming enabled or Continuum enabled games in this episode, so we are going to watch it all on the big screen in this case, not in mirror mode. And if you don't know what the Continuum part is and what all of that is, in general I have just a couple of different external devices like this one, for instance, an input device as mouse of course. We have a foldable keyboard and we could have the Xbox One as wireless controller, but in this episode I'm not going to use it. But still, all of these are Bluetooth devices. So if it's a Bluetooth device, it's very simple to connect it to your phone and like that use it in, for instance, the Continuum mode I'm showing you at the moment at the screen here. And what is a Continuum mode? It's more or less just the smartphone is going to generate something that is very close to a desktop-like experience. So as you can see, we have a taskbar, stuff like that. You can click on that. We have a menu, a start menu more or less, and so on and so forth. And like that, you can easily access different programs you have opened up and stuff like that, and work with that. It's not exactly a desktop system, so you can't really run all the different apps and stuff like that, which are for x86, and 64, for instance. But in the end, it's all that is usable on UWP or the internet, for instance, to be used in this kind of fashion. And that is a pretty nice, interesting feature. It has been a little bit discontinued more or less because we are of course talking about Windows 10 Mobile in this case. Windows 10 Mobile is no longer in development and hasn't been for years now, but still it's a fun little experience and I wanted to show you how that all is working. And in the end we had, for instance, a question after some kind of a best of all games I did. It's still in my mind, but I didn't do it this time because I just didn't find the time to do it this time. But yeah, just stay tuned for that. I'm on it. I'm just not yet there. Other than that, let's have a look at the different games we are going to play in this episode. It's going to be Difference Online, Alphabet, and Fantasy Island. And in the end, what we are going to do here is, of course, as mentioned before, using my Lumia 950 XL in this case, which has Continuum enabled on it. And we have a USB-C connector which is connected to the DisplayPort standing at the side here. And like that we have this desktop-like experience. If you want to know more about Continuum and stuff like that, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of other videos where I'm going to talk about that more in depth. And other than that, let's start with the first game. So the first game is going to be Difference Online, and I really like that one. It's more or less a very simple game to play, but you are fighting against other people, more or less, or at least they tell you that it's like that, I'm not sure. It's called Difference Online. You can just get it on the Windows Store, and of course you can get it from my description box down below, where I list all the games I am going to play in this episode. So, what are you going to do here? You will just have a couple of different images, and those images just have, or next to each other, 2 of them of course, and those images are going to be, more or less very equal, but not quite, and so you will have to spot the differences. And there is this kind of nice little visuals here, and there is this kind of, let's say, tournament we are going to go through, and in the end it's all about how fast can you spot the different differences in the different images. And you're always playing in tour packs more or less, so 2 different wins are necessary to go to the next stage or whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure if it's really another person who's playing against me or if it not at the same time probably, but or is it really just a computer image or something, but it's, yeah, there are profile images and stuff like that in there. So if it's just a computer, they did it nicely. And if not, then you are really playing against other people. I'm not sure about that. So let's have a look at the options first off, because in general, I'm just going to show you that first. If I turn around for this, sorry. And as you can see, you can choose, for instance, for different kinds of languages. For the sake of the video, I'm going to put this to English just so you can easily or more easy understand what's going on, so easier. And in the end, here you can of course get a couple of different things off. I would at all get rid of the vibrations. That's not necessary for games, especially not for the ones with Continuum. And yeah, notifications, I don't like that too, if games are going to get constantly on my nerves or something. But if you can turn it off, it's fine. It's a nice little feature that they have there for people who want it. And if you don't want it, then use it like that. If I go to profile, you can see I can have a couple of different images here and my own ones too if I want to. I can even connect it to Facebook. I'm not going to. But in the end, all I'm just selecting here is which kind of little pig or whatever you want to use here. For example, a rabbit or a fox or this little quack, more or less. And so on and so forth. Cat is there, and just get what you want there. You can of course give yourself another name, and then you are just going to play. And as you can see here, I'm at the moment at place 9164, so a couple of people are playing this, and I'm just going to hit play and show you what's going on. So as you can see, we have a couple of different options now to win this game, and we just matchmade for some kind of reason. It's very fast, so I'm not sure if it's really doing. But as you can see, I will have to be a little bit fast now to find everything here. And you just have to click on all the different, that's a different color. And yeah, on all the differences you can spot, because if you spot them, you're getting these 5 points. And in the end, it's more or less 5 differences we are going to find here, as you can see. And the other person is more or less here, so person 1, person 2 is playing this, and we are fighting against each other, of course, like this. And you have 2 different sets of images you are going to play here, as you can see, in this case. And there is one. And you always have to get those 5 different differences, and you just wait a little until the other one is going to get it too. And as you can see, we seem to have won this against all the other ones here. And as you can see, they are now just getting out of the picture here, and round starts, because we are in the next round now, and we are going to play the same thing again with different kind of images all the time, of course. And yeah, it's a fun little experience. I quite like it somehow, because it's really a fast game, very easy to play, but somehow fun to play. You can have hints, so if you, for instance, don't know where to go, what's happening, so on and so forth, you can use that. Or you are just going to play it like I am doing it at the moment. In general, it's not very hard to spot it or something. It's really pretty simple in most cases. Sometimes you will have to search a little, of course, but in the end, it's not very hard to get to the next rounds and stuff like that. So as you can see, we got it too. Here you can always see how many differences he got and so on and so forth, so the person he played against. Problem is, if you are once in this round, you really need to go out of the game, I think at least, to get out of this, because otherwise you're going to play and play and play on. But hey, we won, we got to level 3. As you can see, we got the different rounds here like we wanted to. So round 1, 59 points here, round 2, 69 points. We, in both cases, won this, and we have a total score which got up, of course. If we click on play again, we are going to play again. I'm just going to click here to go out there. And here you can see, be the first to solve the pictures and get this kind of champion points, 1 in this case. And yeah, like this, we are going to go up with these champion points, and now I'm more or less on the same page like these, I think. I'm not sure, we'll see. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, you already can see I went up a lot like this, so we are now on an 805 instead of 6000 or whatever, and so you're just going to play up and get better and better and better. Yeah, in the end, this is more or less a game. I think there are a lot of little small things which are going to change, and of course the images might be harder in the higher leagues and stuff like that, but in the end this is a game. I really like it for some kind of reason, I'm not sure, because it's just very easy to play, it's pleasant for the eye, and it's working just nicely, especially if you're playing against other people here. Yeah, illegibly. So in the end, I'm not sure if this is live or something, but in the end we are playing against other people who played it too. Maybe it's just a recording of somebody else who played it, and so we are just matched with that or something, I'm not sure. But it really is a fun little experience, try it out. Okay, so I have another game here, or it's not really a game or something. It's something for the really, really little ones under us. In the end, I'm very aware that no little one is going to watch this, but if you're a parent or something, you might want to give this to your child, because it's a very easy way, for instance, if you are trying to learn a different language. So, or of course, if you are just learning the first language, I wouldn't recommend to give such small children stuff like this, because don't give them smartphones or something. If they are really just learning the alphabet or something, maybe they should just work with offline media, play on playgrounds or whatever. But it's all on you. If you want to do that, do it. I wouldn't recommend it, because I think that the child brain has to develop further on before they should be confronted with any kind of social media stuff and so on and so forth. But it's of course on you what you want to do there. And if I click on this, we can already see it here. It's called Alphabet. Alphabet is in English, and so if English is not your mother tongue, that might be a different thing, so you can play it then too. If it's your mother tongue, then you would be a very small child, probably, to work with. And the good thing about this game is that it's really done in a very, very nice way, I would say. So all the different images and so on and so forth are just well done. And the audio is nicely done. They are talking to you in a very nice fashion and voice. And yeah, in the end, what you can do here is you can have a look at the zoo alphabet stuff. It's very simple. All you can do at the moment, because the other ones I think you have to pay for, but you can click on this. If you go in here, you see all the different letters of the alphabet in the end, and then you can start wherever you want.
A, armadillo.
And you are getting this little card, more or less. It's more or less all the game does, but I really like it, because it has those nice little small drawings there, which are showing you, hey, what is an armadillo, what is the corresponding animal they are going to show you. They are going to tell you how it's written down below here, and of course they are going to talk to you, so telling you, hey, it's called armadillo, for instance. In most cases, those are pretty common ones, you will already know them. Then you can just click on this one to go to the next one. And B, for instance, is the next word, of course, easy to work with. There's always these little, let's say, character sounds or something. It's really fun, because they really do talk to you in a way. Exactly. And they really talk to you.
Cat.
C as a cat. Meow. And it's really nicely done for children. So just, if you want to give your child something to play with, and it's pretty young one, then this might be something you can do. And yeah, in the end, you can just click through them, just go to the next one.
Dolphin.
And there you heard it. It's not exactly a dolphin sound or something, but it's close to it. So the sound itself might not match it totally, but the let's say the basic imagery or the basic sound design or whatever is a little bit equal. So like this, you get a small little information.
Elephant.
Okay, whatever that was, but a small little information about what they sound like this one for instance. So yeah, I really like it somehow because it's really nicely drawn. Even I can have fun with this because, of course not long, but in the end, because of all the drawings and how they did it. So it's really fun to see how well it's prepared, how nicely they did it, and how well it's playing out more or less. So just try it out if you are curious about all the different animals, of course. And of course, if you have children or something, you can easily give them this one and just let them play with this. If I go back to the overview here, I always have to click on the house here for that. Here you can see that you have a couple of different other options. Most of them are very, very simple. Funniest one, I think at least, is about us in this case, because if you click on that, you get some kind of a small little riddle to go through, which is fun. I don't know why they did that. First off, I thought, hey, to prevent bots or something, but it's not a website, it's an app, so unlikely that a bot would work with it, right? But whatever. So hold the blue button for 2 seconds. I'm going to do that, holding, and there we go. It's working like it should, and it's a fine thing. Maybe it's meant to be that you give it to your child cannot do anything without, more or less solving those little small parts there, and so they can't go to social media. Maybe like that. So nice little addition here that they are not giving you the option to do that in an easy way and easy fashion. But as mentioned before, it's for the smallest of us, but it's a nice little app. Try it out. Okay, and so we are to the next or the last entry of our episode in this case here, and it's called Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island is one of the games, we already had a couple of them on the channel. They are always a little bit differently themed and are fun to play, but in the end they are more or less very equal to the others. So if I go here, it's by Modern Stark again. And I'm just going to turn around to show you everything. And in the end what it is all about is that we, for instance, have this little elf here. And the elf is, of course, going to give you a small little introduction. It's really a very short one. In the end, you have this little island-like land here, whatever. And as you can already see, one of the bad witches is going to run around and kill everything off. And because that is happening, and everything is destroyed after that, of course, we are just to build up a new fantasy world in the end. And as many of you already know, these are pretty simple graphical-wise, but it's fun to play anyway. We have this little small helper here, which is going to tell you what's going on. So first off, you have to click on this to get our first shoes, and we need those because it's a great start, of course, and so we should build a new little part here. And like that, we are able now to build something. So click on this button to go to the islands here and start with the first option here. And just to let you know, don't skip from the introduction here to desktop or something, because otherwise you're not going to get this little small first shoe, and without those shoes you can't build anything, and then you are stuck and you have to reinstall the game. So be very aware of that. Just put in your first shop when you are starting with the game, otherwise you will have trouble. Most often that's not going to happen because you are going to play this anyway a little bit, but in the end just be aware of that. And as you can already see here, we have now our first workshop more or less, and as you can see, in 15 seconds this would be ready, but of course we are in the current, I'm pretty sure it's not right, we are currently in the first tutorial round, so it's not going to run around or not going to build up itself, so you will have to follow the instructions, and of course you can speeds this up, and so on and so forth. If something has been built, you can just get it here and put it down below into your shop. And after that, people are going to come in, like this guy here, a Mirage for some kind of reason, but whatever. And he's going to buy different kind of things, of course. It's the first time, or it's the first level, you only have these glass shoes to solve or to sell. And after that, of course, you have a couple of other options, because one after another you get different kinds of things. For instance, this is a mirror, probably a magical mirror, which is talking to you then, or giving you information about the future or something. Okay, so for that we will have to go to the building menu again, go into that, and now we can build our first, let's call it mirror shop. And if we do that, we can just put it here. We get, of course, experience, and that's all that game is all about. So you're getting experience, going and trying to go up and get more and more shops done, because like that you can, of course, get more and more stuff. And as you can see, they are asking us to build another island. They call it islands. It's in the end in a workshop, and we can, of course, build the same part again. Okay. They're just telling us in this tutorial how that is done. That's fine too. And now we get more and more experience, of course. If this is ready, we can, of course, increase the building time here, but I don't want to. And after that, you are just going to collect all the different things all over again. And that's very important that you come back from time to time. Okay, we have a new option there, violence now. But it's very important that you come back from time to time to get everything that the customer wants here. As you can see, they are asking for mirrors now and for the glass shoes. And in the end, it's always what you can provide, or at least something that you could buy and put to there. It's never, or at least not yet, been unfair like this. You can put it anywhere in this little dashed line box there. So just get it out and build it again. And after a while you're going to get more experience points again. Everybody is going to buy stuff from you. All the different people are going to run around here. And sometimes, I'm not sure if I see it here for instance, there are little gimmicky icons you can click on and you're getting experience from that too. So just be aware, money, experience can be found sometimes for different kind of positions on the screen just by you finding them. Let's call it collectible or something. And now we have our unicorn, of course. Very important for everybody who is trying to get their child to play this. In the end, okay, so the unicorn in this case is even one of the monuments. So you can build monuments in this game too. Monuments are more or less something where you will have to invest different kinds of parts in. So in the end, you are of course selling stuff to the different customers coming around, but you can of course just keep them and put them into your monument in this case. And the dancing unicorn, tänzendes Einhorn in German, can be put in if we give money for it. So let's put in our money. I think we already have enough for that. And after that, of course, we need a couple of different other things here, but we don't have enough of them at the moment. So they are telling us to first put the unicorn monument somewhere. We did that now. And after that, you can always come back if you click on this at this point. Other than that, just try to get as many as you can. And as you can see, we already have a couple of them, but we can of course build more violins in this case, because otherwise we are not going to get where we need to go to. So put it in. After a while you're going to get another parts, and as you can see, customers are going to buy everything, and that will contribute of course to the experience more or less frequently, and more important, to the different coins we get here, because without coins you can't buy new shops and workshops. And yeah, like that we can just go in there, we can have a look at our at the things we have at the moment. So for instance, this one we don't have enough of the violence till now, so we can't do that. But we can, for instance, put in 3 of our glass shoes in this case, even more. We need a couple of them, of course, so 22 are still remaining, and like this you have to go in. And there is another experience level. So this is very common for these games, because they are going to give you more and faster experience stuff and new levels and new things to build and so on and so forth. So just go in, try it out, and yeah, buy more stuff, more or less. That's what this is all about. I can't scroll by mouse wheel in this case, but you can drag and drop to go down there. So let's build this one too. And yeah, don't hesitate to put as many workshops in as you want, because you can always just build a new buying place, more or less, or a building place. So it's going to be larger and larger after a while. Your monument will be easy to get working here. Oh, and we should have a look at our shop. Okay, so as you can see, those are the items we already got in our shop at the moment. So we have 4 of the mirrors and a couple of other things. And yeah, just have a look at that. If you want to, you can sell them and give them out to other customers, of course. And yeah, this is more or less what the whole game is going to be. So you are just going to try to fulfill the wishes of your customers, in this case, of course, building up a new little fantasy island empire, whatever you want to call it. Very simple game, I think, but if you like those kind of building games and stuff like that, this might be one you can try out. It's fun to play and yeah, pretty easy to understand. Other than that, I hope you will have fun with it. And if that is the case, please give this video, of course, a thumbs up. If you have any kind of questions, comments, whatever, put them down below into the commentary section. And of course, if you didn't subscribe till now to this channel, now it's the right time to do that. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, have a great time, have a great day. Till the next episode, bye.